So last session we made it to the Snake Temple. met some talking snakes that offered to give us some deep secret knowledge and understanding of how to use what appears to be a teleport circle if we help them recover an obsidian statue. Turns out was nicked by a turtle who we subsequently found out had left the island about a year ago. So we headed back to Ahoyhoy, where we had to wait for about a week because the captain of the ship in the harbour, the Sturge, gonna have to get a charger on, was exploring the fort we just cleared, Dwangaroo. So about a week later, he came back, seems to be carrying something they may or may not have found from there, so we'll investigate that later. He seems to be a bit of a character, but once we'd been quite clear about our sort of skill sets, he seemed quite happy to have us jump on board. And so we finished the session being rowed out to the Sturge and settled in our quarters. And that was that, I believe. Oh, just need to get a power cable. Be right back.
How do the answer is yes,
Okay.
but that's how shall I clarify it? Your portrait of him,
No. That's I'm not questioning that. I'm just to me. I mean,
okay.
to them, because I don't want them.
Okay.
Because
Kate doesn't trust anyone. Always suspicious of new people.
I just meant to like telegraph it a bit more to everybody else, because so they don't mistakenly assume it's to do with something that I've said to you.
No. It's a praise to you if he turns out to be fishy because you're role playing how you acted him. That's gonna be awesome because he's too extravagant, too I can't explain in proper words the feeling what he is pushing towards us. There's something there. I don't know what.
You always say that.
And have I, was I right all the time so far?
I don't know.
I think probably yes. So he's fishy to me. I don't know. The rest of the crew is maybe okay, but him, I don't know.
Well, if it makes you feel better, what Food can do is there's a selection of spells Self and Tacklin could probably quietly do while on board. I'm thinking detect good and evil, detect poisons. I mean, if anyone's carrying poison on the boat, we should stop that.
Not necessarily an evil thing, though.
Detect good and evil doesn't work for alignments, does it?
No.
It's changed, hasn't it?
What I meant,
but it'll reveal if there's a zombie in the box on board.
You never know. So what I mean, we should be staying alert rather than this is not a leisure cruise, in my opinion.
So we're having a watch then on board.
I would. Kate is suggesting that definitely.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm not setting up, Leon's tiny hut, but we should have a watch.
Yeah, I think we can cast detect poison and disease, evil and good.
And actually detect magic as well.
Like that.
And just walk around the ship, in a leisurely style if they let us. but don't
You know, for our
arouse.
own safety, of course.
Yeah, don't arouse suspicion. Just try to be uh, covert about it.
Fireball.
No. I'm not trying to burn the ship. I just wanna find out we are safe or we are not.
Fireball's one in the hold.
Okay, so I'll have to correct my um, explanation of what the ship's like because I had the wrong ship plans. So you're not in an enclosed in a sort of private area. Well, I'll just show you this. Not an enclosed area, so you're below decks where you're given somewhere to sleep. You're below decks and you're sort of in this southwest corner where the crates and barrels are.
All right.
Okay, so these have been cleared out of the way and moved elsewhere in that hold area, and you've been just given some bedrolls to put down the floor there.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mean at the aft, not at the front of the ship, because there are some barrels at the front as well.
Yeah, just the aft where there's there's about three crates and four barrels in the diagram.
Okay. Cheers. Thank you.
Okay, so that's where you are. Let me close that now on the. Probably about 5 minutes.
Are you trying to tell us that we don't have privacy for casting?
I am trying to tell you, do not have privacy. Yes, sorry, it's my fault. I had the wrong ship plan. But yes, that would be the case as well. Yes, it would be hard to
That's
cast.
fine.
It would be hard to cast spells without anybody noticing.
How about Kate is small and you cover me with a cape, like E.T. And I just cast my detect magic underneath that one, and I just walk out without the cape, and that's how. I mean, I can do it covertly. That's an idea. I mean, you might not be able to do it because you are all big, but I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably play some music loudly to cover the sound of casting,
Yeah.
and then, but the rest I think are personal spells that my detect spells are personal ones. I don't think I can cast them. I'll cast them today anyway because they're not prepared, so it would have to be. But I think they're personal ones.
I would just do detect magic and myself as a kid, and I would just walk
Yep.
around with it just to see, just to fish for information, basically, like we did on the last ship, and it turned out to be something which it was good we
Yep.
done it.
Nope.
And
Agreed.
so shall I do this, Phil?
Well, oh God, I can't remember what time it was that you left. It was in the It was the morning, wasn't it? It was, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Okay, so not long after leaving Ahoyhoy behind, the ship's pelted with a torrential downpour, and again the humidity skyrockets, making it incredibly uncomfortable. It's about 109 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh.
Most of the crew don't seem particularly affected by it. They're probably more acclimatized to the old and used to the weather than yourselves. Not long after you've set off, Captain Lascalier comes and finds you way below deck and invites you to, or rather asks you if you'd do him the honour of attending his table this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Why not?
That's an honor always.
Right, seems very pleased with that. Says thank you very much. And if you'll excuse me, I've a ship to run.
Cool.
He starts to walk off. He says, "Oh, one more thing. If you go up on decks, please stay out of the way of the crew. I prefer it if you stay in your area, particularly at times like this when there's a lot it's a bit dangerous and there's a lot of activity.
Hmm.
It's
I asked.
it's
I
for the well-being of everyone. I hope you
Okay.
understand.
Yeah. I asked him in his expertise, what is his prediction? How long this storm gonna last?
Could be a day or two.
Okay, thank you.
So it's not going to have any negative impact on our progress. In fact,
Okay.
if anything, it might the wind might be beneficial, providing it doesn't tear the sails apart.
What was the captain's name again?
Laskila.
Last killer.
Okay. How long till dinner then? I assume they'll tell us. That's
Yeah.
fine, really.
So,
Well, we've got time for Kate to cast Detect Magic then. While no one's looking and everyone's busy trying to rescue the sails. There may be moments in all this where Kate can get his magic on.
Yeah, I don't want to risk anything, so only if it's, not that dangerous regarding we have a calmer period and I'm going up deck pretending to look for a piece and whatnot.
Well, remember, I mean, I haven't logged in. I haven't looked at the ship. Sorry. Is it possible that can't see the ship? Is it
Hang on, I'm posting it in Signal. One sec, I took a picture. Just exactly for you because your computer is not running.
so? My question to people who have seen it was: do we have access to the front to back of the ship from below decks?
Yeah.
There's
So,
steps up and down.
and detect magic is 30-foot
Mhm.
radius, only blocked by rather thick bits of wood. So you don't have to go above decks, is what I'm saying. You can
Oh,
cast
yeah,
it
yeah.
down,
You are
just
right.
walk up and down.
and also you've been specifically asked to remain below deck at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I obey that.
Okay. So the ship is like rocking quite violently, and there's a constant stream of water comes in through the like grills on the main deck. So despite the fact that you're below deck,
Great.
yeah, the grates. Despite the fact that you're below deck, there's water like washing around, swilling around on this, and it's hard to keep everything dry. Anything that's on the floor is going to get wet. Also, I believe there was only. I hope you made a note of it. I believe there's only one person or a couple of people who managed to sort of get the sea legs on the first sea journey.
Yeah, I did.
Yep, you did, and there was somebody. I think there was somebody else, or was it just yourself?
Me. I think it was me and Lou High.
Yeah. So everybody else needs to make a Constitution save, otherwise they will essentially have one level of exhaustion from feeling really ill.
Seasick.
Yeah.
I think that's passed. On that.
Okay, tackling and Vafuk. Oh, everybody is yep, everybody.
Good flat pirate.
So you can make it might be worthwhile to make a note somewhere that you're now no longer adversely affected by sea travel. Yeah.
We can chop off the tackling's one leg and replace it with a wooden stick, just to be authentic if you want.
Yar.
Well, I'll just. I mean, you're being really being very kindful, I'll just point out I know people who don't get seasick and then they get a whiff of diesel
Yeah,
fumes
yeah, I know it's not
at
as
the
simple
same
as that.
time,
No.
and it's like
I mean, I'm usually fine.
I'm usually fine, but like I said, like scuba divers, I know people who are fine. They go down, they come up, they change the pressure in their ear.
Yeah.
First time their boat heals, and that's it.
Can somebody check the Twitch? Oh, no, it's all right. It wasn't displaying properly on my phone, but it looks like it's okay now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right. Okay. No worries. Right. So yeah. So it's about an hour after you've left Ahoyhoy, and the snout of Ogmar. Well, not that you can see it because you're below deck, but that's disappeared from view due to the reduced visibility from the storm. Of course, you're relying. You've no idea what direction you're heading and where you're going.
No.
I'm assuming there's no portholes along the sides, is there?
No.
So how do we have light down there?
There's light coming in
There'll
through the
be.
grills, but aside from that, there's probably some oil lanterns hung about,
Okay.
but it's not going to be very bright down. It's going to be dimly lit and dark in places as well.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any crew downstairs with us?
There is the whole ship's like there's constant back and forth all over the ship. It's a much smaller ship than the Windborne.
Okay.
It's only a 2-deck ship, whereas the Windborne was like 3 decks.
I imagine the Windborne had 3 sails as well, didn't it?
Yeah. This is only This is a 2-mast ship, and it's only 2 decks.
I mean,
Oh,
Kate, do you want to risk
good.
detect magic before we have dinner?
I mean, I'm not going up deck, just below deck. I'm looking for a place to where to relieve myself. If anyone is asking what I'm doing. Yeah. So can we do that, Phil?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I mean casting the spell underneath.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Some kind
If
of
you want to
cape.
cast a spell.
Yeah, I wanna cast a spell. Yeah.
So we cast a spell while we run interference, a bit of noise, a bit of obscurement. Fuchs trying to keep his loot dry while he's
small
doing
chance
stuff.
somebody might notice.
And then Cade wanders off to go find a place to piss while he wanders up and down.
Okay, right. So while Cade is preparing this ritual detect magic spell,
6 seconds. I assume you casting it.
Yeah, I'm casting it from spell slot rather than ritual.
All right. Okay, fair enough.
I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry.
No, that's no problem. Makes a difference. So, okay, right. In which case, nobody notices. But so one as there's like the constant back and forth with the crew going up and down between the decks, you recognise the other person you saw or rather earlier today, and probably yesterday, the guy with the blue robes and the like shaved blonde hair.
Mhm.
Is now carrying a staff which your spell immediately picks up as being magic.
Ship's
Wow.
wizard.
Is he a wizard? Wow. Okay.
And it looks, I believe, I have a picture of the staff.
Oh, I might even recognize it. Wow. Okay. Cool.
I believe I did have. Let's
I
see.
mean, if it's a wizard stuff.
Where is it? I'm sure I've got a picture of it somewhere. got a picture of it somewhere. Where is it? No. Ah, there it is. Image. There we go.
I mean, does Cade recognize this? I mean, do I know what it is just from the look at it?
No, no. So it's a staff that's made from a it does look like it's made out of metal in there, but that's it's actually made out of a single piece of white wood, which it's despite the fact that the guy carrying it is all his clothes are dry, the wood constantly weeps water. It's drip, like visibly dripping water. The head of the staff is carved into delicate-looking, intricate representations of lightning, which are intertwined with platinum, and clasped within these fingers of lightning is a crystalline or globe whose surface constantly shifts as is covered with swirling storm clouds. The butt of the staff is shod in some kind of silvery metal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I casually walk, around. I'm not stopping, not looking at it, for a long time or anything. I just carry on with my own business.
Okay, just bear with me a moment. I'll just need to close the door. Somebody's left the door open. I'll be back in 1 second.
Sure, no worries. Nice stuff. If Kate had one like this.
It's bigger than you.
Yeah, I know. I could use it as a battering ram or something.
It's a tent pole.
Yeah.
You have to continuously cast shrink on it.
Yeah.
Right. So as you're wandering around, the guy stops as he's walking past you, and stops and looks down and says, "Is there a problem?"
No, I'm looking for a place to relieve myself. Where do you piss here?
Right.
I'm
He
not used to a ship.
He walks over to the side, to one side of the hold, and takes a bucket from a hook and passes it to you.
And do you do this just here, front of everyone, or you go some private place? I don't know how you do these things here.
Says, do what you got to do.
It's gonna watch you while you pee.
Fucking
You
pervert.
should hope. He should hope it's a
Stay straight.
Listen, I turn my back to him and I do my business. Is the bucket not too high for me?
No,
He gave
no.
it to you, so
Right. So yeah, he wanders off. He goes up deck with a parting comment and says, "Make sure you empty it."
Where to?
Over the side. Where do you think?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I don't know. I'm no sailor. Okay, I will.
well, how are you supposed to empty it over the side if you're not
Yeah,
allowed on deck?
that's what I was gonna say. That now I have a reason to go up on deck, isn't it? Or
No, if it's heavier than if it's lighter than 5 pounds, you could use mage hand to get it.
no, I'm not doing that. No.
Like a little hand carrying it.
I'm not doing that. I don't want to scare them. First, second, if I can go up, then I might see something. However, they told us not to go up, so I might have to empty it later when it's they let us go up. So I'm not doing it yet. I carry the bucket back, and I look. To
Okay,
rescue the guy.
you can make a dex save or
I was
a
gonna-
dex check rather.
Yeah, I'm doing it. So,
Stay away from me.
I was gonna present you. Look what I found.
Look what I made.
Dex save, yeah, sure.
Oh, let's see.
10 pounds.
Okay, like Kate comes staggering back towards you all with a bucket sloshing around, swinging around the side of him. When
Oh, dear.
the ship lurches suddenly and Cade trips and flings the contents all over Fafook's trousers.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, man. Thank you. No better recipient for this. I love it.
Idiot!
I
You could have literally
apologize.
put it anywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna empty it, overboard, but the waves are too big for me. I'm tiny. Sorry.
Like next time you fall asleep, I'm pissing on your blanket.
Really, that's malicious. It was an accident. And
Right in
look,
your
but
ear hole.
now you can do your business as well. That dude gave us this bucket, for our
Right,
business.
a couple of the sailors laugh at you as they're passing.
I laugh on myself as well. I mean,
I flick the halfling piss off my legs. Hope it's just his piss, because who knows how many people have used the bucket.
Oh yeah, it's
not-
a communal bucket.
Yeah,
Mm.
lovely.
you can wash your clothing, in the storm if you want to. So I tell the others about this stuff, and unfortunately about my failed mission as well. I couldn't go any further. So
Well, you can. I mean, the guy's not there anymore. You're just walking to the other end of the ship and back, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I can try again, just going for a walk.
Plus, you got to take the bucket back to the hook.
Oh yeah, that gives me. I take back the bucket.
Okay, so yeah, it's
But I'm going from on the other side,
well,
not straightforward.
yeah,
It's
it's all within view. I mean, you're like it's like 20 feet away from you, if that.
Oh, okay.
So the boat's how wide? Like 20 foot wide.
Let me have a look. Where have I gone with the ship plan?
25 feet, it looks like.
So yeah, it's about 25 feet across.
And
how long?
How long is it?
Well, each square on that diagram is 5 foot, I believe.
Okay,
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50.
75.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically from our place where we are, with my spell,
Yeah.
I can reach the back part of the ship. I can
Yeah.
cover the whole part. Is that right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a
So
30-foot radius, so I mean it's 60 foot
So
from
that-
end to end.
yeah,
if you're in the
so
middle.
only thing from where you sort of where your sleeping area is situated, you'll cover most of the boat, probably apart from the very far
Mhm.
end of the front of the ship.
If you
Forecastle.
stood underneath the hatch,
Yeah.
then you'd cover pretty much most of the ship.
Yeah, it would. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, while Fafook is wiping himself down, there's a sudden flash of light and a blue flicker, a blue glow, like passes over the entire ship, running over every part of the woodwork.
What the fuck was that?
Was it some kind of storm electric?
No, it looks like a blue glow that sort of spread out from somewhere above you, and just like till it covered all the ship, and then disappeared.
It was detect magic active when it happened.
I don't know.
10
Does
minutes on the
does
spell.
detect magic require a concentration?
10
Yes,
minutes,
it
yeah.
does. Yes, it requires concentration.
So you will have to have made a concentration check then.
Okay, I'm doing it. No problem.
No.
Okay, fine. Then it's ended.
12. They rolled a 12.
No.
Oh, sorry. So this wasn't like he took damage concentration.
No.
This was a check to see whether the spell was still active.
Well, that and the motion of the ship and stuff like that as well.
It's
Okay.
okay, fine. So it's ended. So I don't. Okay, I go back to our quarters and stay away from the bard. As far as because he doesn't like me at the moment. And,
I'm trying to arrange things so that we're up out of the water. You know,
Okay.
crates, barrels,
Okay, while you're doing that as well, so probably maybe a minute or so after you've witnessed this sort of blue glow that passed over the ship, the ship stops rocking and becomes really as if it's sailing through calm waters, but you can still hear the storm, clearly hear the storm raging outside.
Wow.
So it's cost some sort of magic to ease its passage through the waters.
That guy's stuff.
Nice stuff.
What was the blue robe dude's name? I don't think I ever heard it.
Neither me.
Don't believe it's been given.
No,
Yeah,
it hasn't.
he never said it.
Okay. Interesting. We have things to discuss later then.
So a few about 5-10 minutes after that, a few of the crew, about half of the crew, return below decks since they're apparently no longer needed up on deck, and return to the quarters, which is at the front half of the lower deck.
I wander over to introduce myself.
Here comes trouble.
Oh, I'm just saying hi. Introduce myself.
Okay, right. So you'll be able to, if you catch one, you'll be able to introduce yourself, because the actual entrance to their quarters is from the upper deck. Strangely.
Sorry, what do you mean? So there are two halves to the boat.
So if you look at the diagram of the ship,
Yeah, I can't see it.
oh, I thought put it in.
I posted in Signal.
I
Can you
joined after you posted it. I didn't get it. It's okay.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
pop
no,
into Signal.
yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Wait a second. No, it's all good.
So essentially, there's two. It's a bit hard to make sense of the map, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the first deck. That's the bottom deck. Oh, so they're like in a slightly raised section in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really,
the front and the rear are both raised sections.
Gotcha.
It's a
and
bit
it's
hard to
called,
make a.
It's called Foxhole. That's how they call
Forecastle.
it.
It's called the forecastle, which is short for forecastle.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Forecastle. Okay.
Oh yeah, so you can access. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the map wrong. So you can access it from. It is accessed from this hold. But yeah, it is. But yeah, it's raised up slightly from where from the hold where you are.
Yeah, gotcha.
So they're in a bit. So they're not in as bad a condition. They're not. It's not wet.
No, that's fine. I just introduced
So, yeah.
myself.
Okay.
Make light conversation. The weather seems awfully rough. Recently. Is this normal for this time of year? Do the English thing of talking about the weather. I
Okay.
assume sailors are fans.
You can make a persuasion check.
Oh God, what is this?
It's a charisma. It's a.
Persuasion. Do I have any skill points in it? No, I do not.
Oh, are you in Foundry now, Lou?
Yep.
Ah,
Yep.
Cool.
12.
Okay. So the conversation is brief, as it tells you they're rotated to be on to be catching up on sleep. It tells you the weather's typical. They don't know the weather to be any different. It's always been around here. In fact, is native to Chult. Says, but it tells you that where are we? That Kaldos picked up picked up a new staff from some ruins on Omgar. And he's used it to. He can use it to calm the storms.
Wow.
So, did we miss that then?
We
Yep.
could have this. Where was it? Wow. I'm
Well,
sulking. I'm sulking
Fufuk
in the corner.
Fufuk is very impressed by this and says, "Wow, that sounds like a brilliant magical item for a wizard, especially if they're based on a boat. What do you guys think? You know, doesn't he? Isn't he putting decent, hardworking sailors out of a job then?"
Makes our job the easier. That's fine by me. He's no wizard.
Isn't he? I thought with those blue robes and that magic staff, he must be a wizard.
Kaldos is a priest.
Oh, is he a priest? Oh, did not spot that coming. Well, you guys get some excellent rest. Thank you for your hard work. It's greatly appreciated.
Right.
Might not be able to use it anyway then, kid, if it's priest stuff.
It's fine. I assumed it was some kind of wizard.
I
It's
thought so
alright.
too, but
But we have a priest in the party who could use it.
we do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do.
I mean,
I'm buying.
I'm sure it's a good item. Where was it?
Right. I head back and mention a chap called Kaldos, who's a priest. Can now control weather with a staff he got from the ruins.
I don't think we checked that corner bit, like garden bit, did we? We're inside.
Who knows? One investigation roll too low, and we don't bother to try again, and that's it, really. It's not what you got, it's what you do with it. So, Phil, I suppose we just try and make ourselves comfortable until dinner time.
Okay. Okay, right. You pass a quite a dull day below decks. Storm lasts most of the day. It finally peters out just before the sun sets. Later
Phil,
that day. Yes.
Priest, does it have a holy symbol or is it hidden?
You've not that you've seen, no. Okay, so not long after that, one of the crew approaches you all and says, Captain Lascalier would like to request your presence in his cabin for an evening meal.
Try to tidy up myself.
Excellent. Hopefully I've wiped the piss off my trousers.
Yep, with your piss-stained trousers. Halfling piss, impossible to get out.
Oh, really? Permanent staining. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah.
It's all them second breakfasts.
Love it.
Okay, right. The sailor hangs around while you get yourselves ready, and he leads you to the captain's private cabin, which you have to go back up onto. Yep. So you go up the steps just to the right of where your bedding area is, and there's a door which the sailor knocks at. And Captain Lascalier bids you to enter. Inside, there's a table laid out with a banquet laid prepared, On a velvet tablecloth, there's silver candelabra and silver plates and utensils. Various cooked meats like some kind of ham, a bird, some bird, and bowls of fruit that some of which are familiar, some you've never seen before, as well as a few bottles of wine.
Excellent.
So Captain Lascalier is here, as well as a half orc who he introduces as Heel, his first mate, and also the the man with the blonde hair, they introduces as Kaldos.
Sorry, you said Kaldos,
Yeah.
and then you said there was a half orc which you've never seen before.
Yeah,
What was his name?
Heel is the first mate.
Heel.
Heel, H-E-E-L, Heel.
Half orc.
Strange name.
What were the name of the priest?
Kaldos.
Kaldos.
Did he join us?
Yep, they're already sat. They stand up briefly as you come in, and the captain shows you to a chair. Shows you each to a chair. You're kind of cramped. This table's not really built for so many people, so you're kind of cramped in, sort of shoulder to shoulder. Says, "Gentlemen,
I can't-
welcome to the stage. Please don't wait to stand on ceremony. Tuck in."
I
Look in there.
obviously I try to sort of not dive in head first and start troughing, but make a bit of conversation over some nice wine, and
They got fresh water instead of wine.
By all means, yes. He goes over to a barrel in the corner and ladles out, or rather dips a jug in and passes it to you.
I asked for the same.
Says, "Well, you'll have to share that jug. The fresh water's limited commodity, as I'm sure you'll understand."
Yeah, sure.
I immediately say that part of my skill set would be I could quite happily refresh your fresh water if you like.
Really? How's that?
Well, I would have thought Kaldos would have had similar skills, being a priest able to perform some magics. There's a fairly simple sort of I don't know, how do you say the word when you implore I want to try and make cast a spell sound fancy. When you implore your deity for blessings that could create fresh water, if you like.
I reserve my talents for more pressing matters. I don't waste them on such frivolitives that we can easily gather when we stop for supplies.
I nod, smiling sort of happily. I mean, I haven't got create water memorized, so he's quite right. I asked Kaldos, what is he a priest of? I haven't noticed any sort of magical symbols. I, of course, wearing mine neatly buffed up.
I'm a sea priest.
Like all of it, or like part of it? Or they're like deities? Because we've heard of a couple. I mean, Dwangaroo had one, which we found rather interesting. What was the name again?
I believe you're referring to Yerthan.
Yayathan, thank you, Yayathan. However, the people who seem to worship Yayathan at that palace/temple all seem to come to a bit of a sticky end. So I'm not quite sure if she's, shall we say, a firm favourite in my books.
So I understand from so we understood from many of the rumours and legends we heard of the place.
We still got the
Captain,
books, right?
the captain is something of a budding treasure seeker, but I cautioned him against exploring the place in the past. But Captain Lascalier butts in and says, "Yeah, but since you did us the favour of clearing the place out, according to the stories the Turtles told us, it seemed a good opportunity to check it out."
Well, I mean, I must admit it was not something we entirely expected ourselves. I mean, I'm turning to the others for a bit of support. I mean, we thought we were just going to rescue a couple of turtles who got in over their heads, but
Yes,
then
we
the shade started
heard all
popping out of
about
the
it.
walls. Yeah, then the shade started popping out of the walls, and then it was just chaos, really, from start to finish.
So, like Captain Lascalier leans back in his chair and says, "I'd be most interested to hear all about it. I mean, we did the Turtles did spin us a yarn, but I'd rather hear it all from the people who were actually there, if you don't mind, of course."
Well, Fafuk says, I have brought my loot, and I have worked, I believe, on a composition that captures the spirit of the adventure. I'd be happy to perform it if you like.
By all means.
Okay, this is the one that Cade helped me with the divination roll, so I'm going to take advantage on this one.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'd probably get tossed overboard.
We don't want that.
Swim back to shore, you scurvy landlord. Right, so your first attempt at performance. Yeah, let's see if we can do this better. Oh, no. 22. Finish with a big.
Right, Lascalier leaps to his feet when you finish and like gives like a resounding round of applause, and encourages his crewmates to reciprocate.
Fuchs like, oh,
He gets one of the bottles of wine and liberally fills your glass as well as his, or rather the goblet, not the glasses. So there's a toast to you. That was a fine tale and an even better ballad.
Thank you.
Well,
I hope I didn't. I mean, I don't know what the party thinks of it. Obviously, I've been very liberal with how fucking awesome Fafuk was, and like amongst it a little bit. Cade just basically cowered in the corner, and occasionally the Barbian would come out of nowhere, go, and kill
If
something.
I'm close enough, I kick you in the ankle underneath the table when you are saying this or singing it.
Yeah, the parts where Fafuk was drowning and had to be like rescued, like glossed over.
That's how you should do it. Well done.
Right, he laughs out loud, a huge sort of overly loud sort of belly laugh, and says, "It's brilliant to have some people on board. Much better than Caldos's company. Nice to have some cheerful on board." Caldos like glares at the captain.
Oh dear.
The first mate laughs along and elbows Caldos in the ribs.
Oh dear.
So we can leave you behind in replacement of Carlos if you want.
But please, I'd be the song was brilliant, but I'd be most happy to hear everybody else's side of events as well, if you didn't care to indulge me.
Well, yeah, I'll add tidbits and that and general just stuff. Try not to embarrass anybody. Anybody in my teammates.
And I'll just add corrections.
Uh-huh.
I cut in here and there as well. Just stay with the facts.
Tackling surprisingly quiet.
Yeah, nothing to add.
Okay. Right, Captain Lascally sort of looks on thoughtfully, sort of stroking his chin, like, yes, yes.
I'll tell him about the amusing spell that he had cast. He went to kill them birds and actually managed to catch two of them land octopuses hiding in the tree.
Oh,
Quite,
yeah.
quite amusing.
You're like, what you nuking the birds for? Holy shit, there were two of those things in there. Yeah, I'll regale them about the time that Luzai almost hung upside down, tangled up in vines, trying to hit one of those things on the side of the temple, but almost brained himself half a dozen times.
That was funny.
Right, well, once you finish your tale, he goes round and tops everybody's glasses up, be it wine or water or whatever, and presses you for more stories. Where do you hail from? Surely you've more tales of adventure to share with us.
Oh, Fook volunteers. I said, I do have a rather fun one about a chap called Dyson dicking a cat. Do you want to hear it?
By all means.
This is gonna be a long night.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. Now, I've got advantage on this one, so let's see if I can. Oh,
Natural 20.
He will marry you, or at least ask for your hand.
even even for Fuchs impressed by how well this one goes.
Right, so everybody's like very impressed by that. The captain and the first mate, even to, about halfway through, up on the feet, dancing around the room, and even Kaldos starts like tapping his feet along with the tune.
I'm going to keep an eye on the people while they're frolicking. I just want to, yeah, I want to see if they recognize the name Dyson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can make a insight check, I guess. Not to your knowledge, no. So once the song's done, the captain continues to beg you, almost pretty much like literally begging you for more stories of your past exploits.
I mean, I want to insight the captain because I'm trying to work out if he's just like starved for adventure, or he's obviously living vicariously through this. He wants to be some kind of adventurer, but he's almost being like held back by his crew. With I don't know. I'm trying to get a sense of if he's like a frustrated adventurer. Maybe he's got like a couple levels of fighter or something, and but he fell into, say, captaining a boat. Is he a danger to us? As in, is he like, is this like part of his thing? Like, okay, now I'm going to take all their stuff and I'm going to become an adventurer kind of situation, or is he genuinely just fascinated by adventures of other people?
Well, that'll be an insight check, I guess.
Maybe we should take his boat.
Okay, right, yeah, his interest seems absolutely genuine.
Cool. In that case, my final one, it's about a different ship though. It's about the Windborne. That one I've got also got an advantage on. I've polished it so that it gleams. Ooh.
It's still good. You've got a 20, haven't you? So.
24.
24. There we go. Okay, and how about everybody else? Is anybody else contributing stories or not or?
I correct things. I mean, tell my side of the story here and there. Not much, just a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be polite.
We'll
And,
chime in bits, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I'll stay out of it, to be honest.
Okay. And what about tackling?
Same.
What?
I'm not a fan of it. I'm just going to stay after it. I'm
Okay.
not a fan of being on ships.
Okay.
RIP Captain Tom.
Well, I mean, after that one, I want to try and get the captain to talk about, you know,
his life. Yeah.
some of his adventure. How did he come to be captain of a ship? I mean, he's got the wherewithal to travel up and down, you know, explore wrecks. You know, obviously he's been to Dwangaroo, you know, which is a great start, you know, on an adventuring career. Try and big it up kind of stuff.
Right. So go on. You can make a persuade roll.
Trying to get him to sort of maybe talk about himself
Yeah.
and his crew a little bit.
Yeah, I'm helping with this,
Yeah.
steering the conversation into this.
Okay. So it says, oh, my life is nowhere near as interesting as yours. I can assure you of that. It says, I'm just a merchant, just part of a small merchant consortium. And as for this life, the only reason why I'm in it is because I inherited it from my father. But enough about me. More tales of adventure. Tales of high adventure.
Says, what do you think, chaps? I mean, the rest of my ballads, you've heard my sort of selection. Is there one you think the captain would like to hear?
Yeah, there was that funny one regarding, remember when you and me went for a tour and you composed it during that tour?
Which one was that? Was that one the one about the? Was that about the elf cleric?
I think so, yeah.
Troll cleric. Okay, let's
Yeah.
give that one a go. I said, I do warn the captain that this isn't quite as polished as my other fare. I'm still working on these. They're always a work in progress, and give it a sort of launch into it. 21. God, I'm rolling a. Well, this one was about that
Fire.
that elf troll cleric thing that we fought.
Oh, that followed us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, so we listen to that, and like again, it's like is there clapping and stomping along to it, and then he's just got loads of questions about the inspiration for that song.
Well, I turned to Obold. I said, well, basically, the inspiration was the fucker tried to kill us like half a dozen times until Obold beat him to a fucking pulp while I basically hid.
So he asked you who was this troll? Where did you come across it? Where did this like rivalry originate? And it's like asks starts asking the whole about the whole backstory behind it all.
Oh,
His name Dryathon or something. That's something like that. Ainon, Dryathon, transformed.
Oh yeah. Well,
not got that list on me, I'm afraid. But I mean, I think it was Sunless Citadel, so it kind of goes back all the way to the Sunless Citadel. And then, basically killed one of our party, Tacklin's cousin.
Yeah.
RIP.
And then, we wanted him dead, so we chased him, then he chased us. Oh, I've even got his ring. Remember the ring he pulled off, and I thought was magical. It turned out to just be sort of nothing. I thought I'd pull it out and show them. I said, this, massive fuck off ring is the thing that the troll was wearing.
Lyodon,
killed
the troll
him.
cleric.
Thank you.
Lyodon. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, Lyodon, yeah.
When you finish performing this, I yawn. I'm showing that I'm sleepy.
Oop, I'll be right back.
I said, "Oh, you must forgive me. I'm sure it's been a long day. If if you need to retire, by all means do.
I would if you excuse me.
No, by all means. As you get up to go as well, Carlos, if you'll excuse me, Captain, I think I'll retire as well.
I'll retire as well. I'll let my excuses and leave.
Okay.
Stay up drinking. See if they want to play cards.
Okay.
Play cards or dice.
I've got
Oops.
a set of dice on me.
Oh, we're tackling.
Let's have a set of knucklebone dice or something.
Oh, I don't think I ever charged it. I don't think I've ever used them. Oh, I have gaming set.
Okay. Right. So who's retiring and who's staying at the table?
I'm gonna
I'll
retire.
stay for a bit longer.
Cage is retiring.
Okay.
Fafuk as a fan, he's not going anywhere.
Okay. Right. The first mate remains as well. So at Tacklin's suggestion of a game of chance, the captain suggests, how about a game of liar's dice?
I don't know
Liar's
it. What is it?
dice.
It's a simple game. Simple game. We each have a cup, 2 dice. You roll your dice and secretly look at your own dice. One person opens up the bidding on the total value of their dice, of the dice values on the table. So, like, say 3 2s, 2 6s, whatever, and then each person in turn has to improve on the previous claim. At any point, somebody at the table can call that person a liar. If they do so, all players reveal their dice, and if the claim was false, that player is out. So if they were lying, that player who was lying is out. If they're not lying, then the accuser is out, and the dice are re-rolled, and we carry on until the last one person remains, and they win the pot.
Sounds like fun.
I'm not really a gambler.
As you wish. There's no pressure.
It's not something my style caters, so
That's fine. No judgment. So you need to do. So you need to drop if you're going to play. What you need to do is select from the drop down the dice tree. You need to select a self roll, so only you can see it.
Would it not be better being a private GM role so you actually know?
Well, I don't
Yeah.
want to see it.
Oh,
Why would I want to see it? I'll be able to cheat.
well, let's play one round. Otherwise, we could spend half the evening just rolling dice and yelling at each other.
Okay.
So what we're playing? 2 dice.
So yeah, you
Two
take 2d6. You roll them and look what you've got. So we need to. So I've just seen that. So whoever's rolled that weren't private.
It's a self
Okay.
roll.
Right, I'm still
Blind-
seeing it.
No,
Blind GM roll?
self roll goes to blind GM roll. Yeah, let's try blind GM roll.
That just
Oh,
means the GM sees it, but you don't. doesn't it?
Yeah, you
I
want?
can't see it. No, I can't. No, there's no way we can roll full without you seeing it.
Is it not? All right. Okay. Well, I'll just have to pretend I haven't seen it. I'll tell you what. I'll wait, let you roll. Oh no, I can still. I'll take it off. Let's see. How can I do this? I shall move my screen so I can't see the dice rolls. I'll move it onto the journal entry. So I'll look away and tell me when you've rolled, and then it only takes a few seconds for it to clear off the screen, doesn't it? So let me do my roll first. So you need to know that it's the individual rolls. Right, let me make a note of that.
Yeah, so we're making a total then.
So it's individual. No, it's individual rolls. So you're like how many fives. So then it's like how many fives, and how many sixes, how many
Doesn't make
twos.
sense. It doesn't make sense. I thought you said it was the total of the dice.
So you roll your dice.
Yeah.
Rolling your dice. So one person opens the betting on the total values on the table. How many? So like 3 2s, 2 6s, and like that.
Oh, so what if you get like a 3 and a 4?
So you're like
I don't.
I'll go first. 2 4s.
And sorry. So are we guessing that it's 2 4s or it's an 8 or
No,
it's
2 4s. So I'm guessing that of all the dice that everybody's just rolled, there are at least 2 4s.
Oh, okay. I'm rolling dice now.
What's that sound from?
I'll say, and what do we say? Do we say yes, you're right, or no, you're wrong?
well the next. So you roll your dice. One person opens up the betting on the total dice values on the table, like 3 2s, 2 6s, etc. And with each next player having to improve on the previous claim.
So the next person would have to go to like 1 5 or 3 4s. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bill?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. So here we go. So each player rolls 2 dice, and the person with the highest combined value will start the first round. Alternative players go. Every round begins with players shaking their dice around their cups and putting it down the table underneath the cup, keeping the dice concealed from everyone except themselves. Beginning with the starting player and going clockwise, each player in turn calls out a quantity of a certain dice face value that have supposedly been rolled by all players collectively. For example, 4 3s means that you claim there are at least 4 dice with the face value of 3. Each player then subsequently calls out a higher hand than the previous. Either the number of identical dice must be higher or the face value must be larger or both. For example, 2 3s is greater than 3 2s, 3 3s is greater than 2 3s, 4 2s is greater than 3 3s, 5 4s is greater than 4 2s. Ones are wild, so ones can represent any face value in a call. The exception is the first call in the round. The exception is if the first call in the round has a 1 in it. For example, if the first player of the round calls 2 1s, then for the rest of the round, a 1 can only represent a 1. Instead of calling out a higher hand on your turn, a player can call bluff on the previous player by saying liar. When this is done, all dice are revealed. If there are not enough dice on hand on the table to match the claim, the challenged player loses that round. If the bluff is falsely called, then the challenger loses that round. A bluff can also be called out of turn. However, when this is done, the loser's stakes are doubled. After the bluff is called, the loser starts off the next round, and then the last person that's left in that round wins the pot.
2 5s.
I've lost my page now.
Use insight to check whether people are bluffing or lying or whatever.
I would assume that most of it, yeah.
Part of bluffing, isn't it?
Yeah, but you could if we were doing this as just like skill checks, but not not really if we're playing it properly. It's just playing it as players.
2 5s.
2 5s. So we're gonna like throw. You got to like put a bid down as well.
A gold piece.
Oh, please.
Yeah. So each
Oh.
so each bid is like each bid you put money in. So tackling. So if you just put it into chat, just put like one. How many?
Play for silver.
Okay. So just put 1 silver into chat. Okay.
So gold's a bit heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it would be.
so yeah, you got to keep putting into like bet. Okay, so I'm going to say, what did Fafuk say?
2 5s.
2 5s. I'm going to say 3 5s.
I'm going to say 1-6.
So you got to put money in again.
I'm going to say liar.
Okay, so you have to like put into chat all the both the numbers you rolled. So Fafuk's out because that's it's not a
No, I'm
lie.
right. No, I'm right. There are 2 6s. He said 1 6.
Yeah, it's got to be at least one.
At least one.
You can up the bet. You can up it. So you could have said, "Oh, it's 2 6s."
Okay, this is why I don't gamble. I honestly do not understand this at all.
So you
No,
bet.
Fafuk's out. Yeah, fine, whatever.
Okay. So well, I didn't do the mate, the first mate. So can you do the first mate, Lee?
False.
Yeah. Was that a yes? Hello.
What am I
2
rolling?
dice.
Roll 2 dice. I mean, yeah, do it. I'll look away. So if you roll your dice, so hopefully nobody else can see them.
No,
They
you can't.
they've took that option away now, haven't they? Could do a private roll, and you can't do it now.
Okay, what about if you do a self roll?
But it
You
still shows up, doesn't it?
to tackling and games master.
So yeah, that just is so nobody else should see that.
Self roll.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me do mine first, so then I don't have to look at everybody else's. Okay, you can do yours now.
2d6.
What?
Yep. 2d6.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, it's cleared. Okay, so right, so tackling starts again because he will call bluff on.
One SP.
Uh,
And then we say 2 4s.
Captain says 3 4s and throws a silver in. So you got to better that or call a liar.
Turns it leads.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still there, Lee?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah. So you've got to better.
I'm just even-
You've got to better my call or call me a liar.
I'll put in 1 silver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Two dice rolls.
No, you've already rolled your dice.
I thought we rolled them again. I don't even know what I'm doing with this game. I don't know the rules. Get it?
Yeah.
Anybody else get it?
I ain't a clue.
but you don't have to. We'll just move on.
Halfway.
I'll just.
I'll tell you what. We'll not waste time on it. We'll
Just take all your money.
So just roll an insight. What's it? Just roll a contested roll, contested skill check, insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
Insight. With advantage because I battered everybody.
What?
With advantage because I battered everybody.
No.
Never mind.
Okay, so you win that round.
Yay.
So you win like what, 6 silver, or is it? No, it'd be 7 silver, wouldn't it?
Awesome.
7. Yeah, something like that. Okay, well, no, I'll we'll leave that there. So yeah, you go on. You go on. You win, and you win a couple of rounds of that before
Food cheering you on.
before
Yeah,
everybody.
can't you just flip coins or what? For a bet. There's the tails.
I think it'd be easier in person.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, eventually late on, after a few more glasses of wine or goblets of wine or whatever, you retire. Let's have some con checks. See, so how many glasses has everybody had? So the captain's like, unless you've refused any, the captain's been had about 6. Delta had poured about 6 rounds.
Nice. Food gobbled down everyone he could.
Okay. So
Mine's the same, but I've got a higher constitution to
yeah,
alcohol.
yeah.
I'm rolling like amazingly well.
Tackling, Constitution check.
Saving throw or just ability check?
Well, it'd be saving throw. I guess it's about the same thing. Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh wow.
True dwarf.
Okay.
Amateurs.
Okay, right. None of you need. None of you pass out, and you manage to make your own way back to your sleeping area, and fall soundly asleep not long after.
So who's sober then?
Who's sober? The people.
The people who left.
The people who drank water all left early.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
definitely sober.
Good.
You're not. It doesn't mean that check doesn't mean that you're sober. It just means that you've not passed out and you're not like throwing up in a corner
Correct.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Paralytic.
Yeah.
It's just me and Opal doing the watch then.
Kid
Yeah.
as well.
All right.
You know, I haven't drunk anything, only participate.
What we're doing 4 hours each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that will mean you'll have to sleep into the day then. Otherwise, you'll not get enough sleep.
Well, if it's 3 of us, we do
I'll
4 hours.
I'll just tell the first one because. No, I'll just tell the first one.
Yeah, I
No,
think
it's 8 hours. You just need to cover 8 hours. So
Yeah.
it's like 3 hours each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might be a bit longer than 8 hours. And you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
get wrecked, did you? So
Oh, Fafuk's going to sleep the whole fucking day.
Yeah.
I take the last one, and that means I can sleep for 6 hours. You know, the 8 hours long rest doesn't have to be 8 hours sleep. It has to be, you know, some sleep and some light activity, isn't it? Or am I wrong with this?
So a long rest. Boom, 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 boom. Resting. Long rest is 8 hours. Every time must sleep for at least 6 hours.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if we do 3-hour shifts, that's 9 hours to cover, and we all of us can sleep for 6 hours.
Okay.
And we are golden.
Righto.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, the night passes without event. Not attacked by anybody, any monsters or anything. So you're pretty safe, I think.
Awesome. Kate's feeling better. Question:
The
Is the weather?
storm, yeah. So outside, the storm is still raging, and a thick, like there's heavy cloud cover that's obscuring a lot. Bad description, but there you go. Yeah. So yeah, the storm's still persisting.
Mhm. So we just stay below deck.
So by the time, let's see, yeah, at some point during the night as well, while the storm's raging, the ship starts rolling with the waves again, and it's not until the next morning that the ship calms down again despite the storm, and you experience that sort of blue glow passing over the entire ship again. Okay, so yep. So apart from those, apart from Obold, or rather Tackling and Fafuk, everybody is up and about by about 7 or 8 o'clock the next morning.
We'll just get up and get whatever breakfast we can have.
Okay. Right, there's so breakfast consists of like some salted gruel and some fruit, a piece of fruit, and water.
Well, sailors definitely don't eat like the captain does.
No.
When does Fafuk eventually surface?
Let's see. What's your con bonus?
2.
2. Oops, that's wrong. Clear that. Oh dear. Ignore that. 2. So you wake up at let's see, about 11:30.
It's like
What's Tackling's con bonus?
3.
3. So you wake up about just after 10 o'clock.
Breakfast left?
Lazy fuckers. You missed breakfast.
Yeah. So if you miss breakfast, you basically all you get is you'll get a piece of fruit and maybe a chunk of like stale bread and some water.
I've got good berries. I'm fine.
Yeah.
druids. Oh my god. Yeah, Fafuk eventually surfaces. Does he remember much about the previous night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, couldn't have been that good then. Anyway, he eventually recovers and does that selection of spells we talked about that detect good and evil
Okay.
and detect poisons and stuff. And then where opportunities arise, he'll cast one or the other and carefully scan the boat. So good and evil is basically aberrations.
Yeah. Celestials and all that kind of stuff.
It's kind of fucked up for a spell name, but there we go. And then detect poisons and stuff like that, just to make sure there isn't anything hinky on board.
Okay, are you gonna cast them one after the other, or are there going to be a delay between doing them, or?
Well, both concentrations. So I'll do one, do a gentle sort of catch up with the crew while trying to pick up anything, and then once that fades, when the opportunity arises, I'll try a second one.
Okay. And what's somebody else doing?
I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. I read books and stay where we're supposed to be.
Okay. What about Lu Hai?
I suppose I'll up on deck, have a look around, see where I can see, but I'll stay out of sailors that are working.
Okay. And what about Obald and Tackling?
I'll just stay out of the way of everyone. Just do monk stuff.
Staying below decks or up on deck, or what are you doing?
Below decks.
Okay. And what about Tackling?
You see, I'm tempted to try and find animals, but I don't want to get burnt again.
But you can help me with the horned rabbit.
Oh yeah. Can liaise with you and the rabbit.
Yeah, so it doesn't stab me and kind of stays close. So the next trick I wanted to learn is I wanted to actually go to different members of the party. So if I go like find Tacklin, it'll go to Tacklin. If I go find Obald, it'll go to Obald. And then the trick after that I want is to go stab Cade, and then we'll run up and stab Cade.
Why am I not surprised? Huh? Tell me about it. I was actually thinking how many HP a rabbit can be. Could it survive a fireball? This was in my head, but I said nothing. And see, you are proof of my thinking.
All your suspicions about Fufuk are totally true.
Thanks for admitting.
Okay, so you you all pretty much spend the day languishing in the intense heat. It's even worse below decks, and the smell is terrible. Smell of like sweat and unwashed bodies and stagnant water and piss and puke.
Ew.
I'm wondering where the piss came from.
There's no mystery about that, buddy.
You need to wash your trousers because they smell like piss.
So it's a bit breezier up on deck. So Lu Hai is the one up on deck. So Lu Hai, you can see that through the storm, you can just about make out that the ship is following a coastline. Off to on your right hand side is a coast. You can see a coastline of probably a few miles away.
Could do with for folks fancy spyglass. I don't think I want to reveal it in.
I was going to say
reveal it in front of the crew. Did you see?
You can borrow it if you like.
I'm not sure whether I wanted to reveal it in front of the crew though.
It's not valuable to get knifed while you're asleep for.
If I wrap it in some cloth, something like that.
And you think they are stupid? They will figure it out. At least the officers. I mean, it's a very valuable item for them. Do they have anything similar, Phil?
Well, you've not seen anybody using a spyglass below deck.
Oh, yeah, true. Sorry. Oh, can I talk to one of the crew members who is nearby and looks friendly, doesn't want to eat me? I just want to find out. I'm interested in that job. And I try to ask about navigation. How do they navigate? If he knows anything about that.
Um, yeah, so you can make small talk with one of the crew. So the navigation is done mainly by the captain and the first mate.
Hmm. Do you follow the coastline, or are you crossing oceans, or how?
He does what he's
What?
told. But generally, uh, it's safer to follow the coastline when possible.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
But some parts of it tells you that some parts of the southern of the Wild Coast, which is the southern coastline of Chult, so some parts of it are too dangerous to sail too closely to.
Why? What's there?
It tells you, for instance, there's you'll be later at some point today. You should be passing a bay called the Cauldron, and the water and air is in that area is toxic from fumes from the volcanoes
Wow.
just on the coastline.
I tell him I never heard such thing. Tell me more.
Well, so
I mean, if he's talkative, I just wanna fish for some information, anything useful for us.
yeah,
If he,
well,
he do.
yeah. That's about the most interesting thing he tells you. They're like they'll stick to the coastline whenever possible. But some areas are too dangerous to. But it tells you there's no like the Cauldron. There's no need for them to travel into there anyway because it's that be going off course.
Mhm. Okay. And does he know where we are heading?
He doesn't know exactly. It's a captain keeps us in the dark a lot of the time.
Hmm. Okay. I thank him for the chat, and I go back to our corner.
Okay.
What was his name?
What was his name? Bert.
Okay, I introduce myself. I'm Kid. Okay, and I wave goodbye and go back to our corner.
Okay.
Someone dropped out.
The
Back.
What's that? Sorry.
Lee dropped out but came back. From
Yeah, refreshed.
Discord.
All right.
do I find anything scanning for poisons?
Oh yeah. Sorry. No, it comes up with nothing at all.
Cool. I mentioned to the party that I haven't detected any sort of aberration type stuff, or I haven't detected any poisons or anything like that on board. So, good news.
Yeah, you made Cade feel better.
I suppose Fufuk then starts, if he still has time, in his jam-packed day, below decks, we'll try our work on some compositions. I don't think I want to use up Cade's divination type stuff, so I'll just do a quick roll to see if one of my songs can hit the stellar compositional heights I'm hoping for. Oh,
No.
no.
I'm getting my earplugs in because I wanna
It
read.
wasn't bad. It
I
wasn't
know
bad. It
it's
was,
okay. I just don't wanna get disturbed because you are composing music next to me and I wanna read. It's nothing about your
Oh,
music. I just need to
all right.
concentrate.
uh-huh.
Wow. So one,
I
two,
lost my
three,
healer's kit
four.
and my thieves' tools back when I fell into the ocean, because all that stuff would have been in my backpack. So
Good luck trying to
I-
get some thieves' tools.
yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse.
Oh,
Next
hope we're not going to have a repeat going into a bar and asking where the local thieves' guild is.
Who knows? Maybe I'll get desperate.
That could prove very interesting.
Ah, dear. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, Fufuk's really light on his equipment. I mean, the only stuff that got saved was the stuff that he wore in like pouches on his belt or like around his neck or whatever. Everything else just he had to dump his pack. So
Cool. Can I see whereabouts we are comparing to the map? The coast we're going past.
If you want to get your map, and try and figure it out.
Oh, I'll go, yeah, but I'm up.
yeah, I lost that too.
The speed we're going that they've described, that should be like 2.5 days up to like Shilku Bay.
It said that we haven't gone past Cauldron yet, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But he said shortly we will.
Mm.
So
I think
going
we're
from the
about-
start of Ongar,
I think we're about halfway
You-
there.
Why don't we just ask the captain?
Yeah. That was. I
He seemed-
did start planning it out, and then I thought we could just ask Captain.
Well, I'm just thinking because he seems a fan. Plus, he and the first mate seem to control navigation. So
Well,
Are we,
just
are we
fancied
gonna
if I
ask-
go myself rather than asking the captain.
Are we going to ask about this glowy stuff as well?
I know that's probably from the staff. That's him casting a spell that enables it to be in calm waters, I believe. Going by the effects of it, anyway.
yeah, but I
Did
mean,
we
it's a
actually see that?
conversation. So it's a point to have a. Well, the crew member said that's what he did, but still, we could. It's a conversation starter, isn't it? You know, what can the staff do? What can you do? What deity do you worship? All that kind of stuff. When Fufuk finally gets bored enough to care, he'll start asking those questions.
What time does bar open?
It's a ship. The bar's always open.
Only if you are in international waters. But we are staying close to the coast.
So, what's everybody doing then? Anybody doing anything else? Oh, sorry, go on, Lee.
We'll have a look at the map, try and work out where we are.
Okay. Right, so you got the map. You can make a navigation check then.
That'd be intelligence check.
Is it?
There's no
It's
navigation.
survival.
Am I saying asking for a check? I'm confusing it with another game, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survival.
Investigation, I would have thought.
Either survival or investigation.
It'll be survival. Yeah, be survival. It's if you got navigator tools. So it'll be survival, but it'll be where you got coastline. Go on. If it weren't, yeah. So you got the coastline. So if you didn't have the coastline to go to give sort of clues, then it'd be a disadvantage because you're not really haven't got any navigation skills. So go on.
What does it use?
Survival, yeah. It's wisdom, I
What
believe.
skill? What's
I believe
it's not on my sheet.
Yeah, he uses wisdom.
So if you're not proficient in it, it's
Right.
just a wisdom check.
Uh, oh, crap.
Right, no, you've no idea. No idea at all. So a little bit after, while you're doing that, the captain approaches you on the deck. Sir, so it's true. One of the crew said they've seen you with a map. Do you mind if I take a look?
I suppose so. Perhaps you could date our map in exchange.
Well, if I can. Right, he takes it and has a look and like says, actually, this is better than anything I can provide. Says, I'd be willing to buy it off you.
I'll let you copy it for free.
Oh, that's very kind of you. That saved me 200 gold pieces.
Why would it? That's kind of bonkers. We just had them copied for like a gold piece, didn't we?
Yeah, but that's because they weren't useful to anyone that were copying it.
Yeah, but where did we get them from? We got them from.
We got them on another continent.
Or from that wizard on it.
He gave us an original, and then we
She
got
had her base. She
Okay.
had the base, didn't she?
yeah.
So Captain Lascalier thanks you, rolls the map up and tucks it inside his jacket. I shall return it to you as soon as possible.
Be most welcome.
Here's your opportunity to ask some questions. Like, where the fuck are we?
You know whereabouts on the map we are at the moment?
So he takes the map back out of his jacket and unrolls it, and he points out here. We should be just coming up on the cauldron. We should make dock within about 4 or 5 days.
Where to? Shilko.
No, further north than that. It's one of the stop-off points for our consortium.
Jacoby.
Another mind you.
Right, so he thanks you again, rolls up the map, and excuses himself.
That Jacoby.
That's the totals mentioned, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was the
Kaldos
settlement there?
catches the captain's arm as he's walking off, and they go up onto the forecastle to discuss something. So, is anybody doing anything?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yes,
I'll
yes,
take the occasional walk up on deck to get some clear air, but that's about it.
Okay.
I'll use my skill of read Litzel very highly skilled skill of read lips.
Uh-huh.
Eldos
Read
and the
puck.
captain.
Read puckered.
Feed the brown starfish.
I'll I'll see if what the captain's face looks like, if there's like a worried reaction or anything.
No, you don't notice. They just seem to be. There's no like nothing untoward. Doesn't seem to be anything untoward about the discussion they're having.
Right.
It's a bit hard to tell, like with the driving rain.
I thought we were a bit detrimented by that spell, actually.
Yeah, that only stops. So there's still the wind and the thing. It just stops. So it's like the water around the ship is like becalmed. So there's no. It's not. It cuts through the waves. So you can see all the storm and massive waves all around, but the ship just cuts through them as if they're not there. But you're still like torrential rain and everything, and the wind. It's just the ship's not adversely affected by it. Is anybody doing anything?
No.
No.
Okay.
Below deck then and get dry.
Okay.
Do another roll. Do you want me to do another roll for composition and training, or do you want me to wait?
That's entirely up to you. Because unless anybody's doing anything, then the day will pass. Or not, depending on what happens.
Well, once I get bored enough, I'll start chatting to Kaldos and find out about what deity follows and stuff like that. Not bad, not bad.
Okay, you can make a persuade check if you want to engage with Kaldos, because he's quite officious and wants to be about. Tries to be, tells you he's busy and he's got duties to perform. So no, he sidesteps any kind of conversation, any attempt to engage him in conversation. Okay, so right, the day passes. Right, by the time the sun is set, the storm has long passed. Just a scattering of clouds overhead. Let's get rid of that storm.
So we can be on deck a bit more.
Yeah, we can be on deck now. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, you can always be on deck. Just have to, as long as you're not getting in the way.
Yeah, I tried.
You just warned that you were just warned to stay below deck because it's dangerous. So you were dangerous upon deck before.
No, I just like to have some fresh air, and stuff like that.
Is this, this boat then, Phil? Is it like a shallow draft ship?
It's a schooner.
No, it's not. No, it's not like a shallow draft one. No,
Just a small one.
It's somewhere between a sailing ship and a sloop.
Right. I'm just wondering if it could sail or navigate up large, deep rivers or anything.
Well, if the river was deep enough, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like a barge or anything. No. So if it's it certainly couldn't go up any sort of shallower rivers. It'd have to have plenty of depth to get to sail this up.
We're still not getting any pirate vibes off the slot.
Okay, so like I say, towards the evening, you go while you're up on deck, you can see you're passing or you're coming up to an island that's off to the ahead and to the right of the ship. So, and you can see the plume of a volcano on this island, and in the distance to the north, you can see a line of volcanoes spewing ash and smoke and steam into this large bay that must stretch a good like 50 miles or so.
How big's the next on this map? Is it 5 miles?
Where's what?
The size of
There's
10 miles.
a hex
Size-
is 10
isn't it?
miles.
10 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, right. This evening you are not the cap. If you see that, if you come across the captain, exchanges pleasantries and engages you in a conversation, and even asks you more about your exploits, but he doesn't, not into any great detail, and you're not honoured with eating at the captain's table this evening. So you get dealt out food like with the rest of the crew, which
You
cons.
won't expect it
What?
every night. We won't expect it every night.
No. So you get
Luke is mightily disappointed he has to eat the same shit as everyone else.
some like watery like fish stew and some bread, some water, and a bit of fruit. Anybody doing anything? Or are you just going to settle into routine and pass the night away?
Just
Yeah.
solid routine.
Yep.
Fook will try and entertain some of the sailors with an impromptu performance,
Okay.
just to pass, to try out some of his new material.
Okay. It goes down exceptionally well.
Therefore, his need for fandom has been sated.
Right.
So
They So they even ask for an encore, and they quickly pick up most of the lyrics and sing along.
Happiness settles down.
So, right, another night passes without event. Anyway, you woken the next morning by most of the crew singing for Fuchs renditions that he played from last night.
Oh my god.
We're still doing a watch. Oh,
We
God.
Yeah.
should-
I presume so. Yep. So,
Yeah.
so the temperatures are much more bearable. It's much cooler today. It's only 6. In fact, it's probably quite cool. It's only 63 degrees.
So in proper degrees.
So that's Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but
Yeah, in proper degrees.
Yeah.
asking about in Celsius.
I'm googling it.
Well, I think.
17. A cool summer's
It's
day.
not too bad.
It's quite cold for this area, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's see.
So the only magical item on board this boat was that magical staff.
Yeah, that's all you picked up.
Probably helps them make good time as well, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a potent thing.
So let me think. Actually, no. Actually, you'll picked up. So yeah, there will have been something else, but you haven't seen it.
Is it like? I mean, it would have been Cade couple of days before, but is it like captain's cabin type location?
I suppose it could have come from that area, that general area, but because it was below deck, that could have been anything.
Yeah. It's
So
not like in
did
the hold in the box.
so did Kate feel this or someone else?
That would
Cade
be you.
did. Cade, it would have been Cade. Yeah, sorry, I just noticed it. But yeah, so there was something else that popped up as magic.
Okay, cool. Only one thing.
That and the staff.
Yeah. So it's two.
Yeah.
Only one extra. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And the other item that you don't know what it is, radiated conjuration magic.
hmm
Oh, hold on a minute though. So does detect? No, it doesn't. Does it? It can't do. No. Yeah. Okay. So what's everybody doing today? It's the third day of your sea voyage.
Same as yesterday.
Yep. Anybody doing anything different?
Tackling. Sorry, carry on, Kate.
Oh, sorry. I go up deck and read my book there, trying to be comfortable. However, wanna be out of the way of the crew, if it's possible.
Okay.
I'll be working on. You said it took about a week to train the rabbit for one of the tricks, right?
Yep.
So I'll just be working on the go to certain people in the party type trick, hopefully with Tacklin, because he can actually talk to the fucking thing and tell the horny bunny what we need from it. Hopefully it goes quicker. Get advantage on it, that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay. So nobody doing anything different then.
No.
Righto.
No.
Right then. In which case. So you pass the next several days. Let's see, what's it? 1 to 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, right on the it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So on the afternoon of the 5th day, the Sturge follows a line of mountains, hugging the coastline, following a line of mountains, running roughly northeast, and enters into a bay that is shrouded in mist. As the ship enters it, everybody on deck, despite the pleasant weather, everybody on deck is like drenched by this mist that like envelops the entire bay. One of the crew tells you that it's from a vast series of waterfalls at the far end of the bay.
I'll ask him which bay it is.
This is tells you this is Jahaka Bay.
Have you got the map back from Captain?
No. Okay.
Well, it's got us halfway there.
Right, so you sail into this mist, and you lose sight of the land around you, and the ship. Despite this, the ship doesn't slow its pace, so you assume they know exactly where they're going. And after a few hours, you break through this bank of mist, and a large cave in the cliffs looms before you.
Was that the mine?
Nope, you don't know where it is.
So there is no city here, no harbor.
I'm assuming the cave just goes into a system where they dock the ship.
Okay, strange.
Right, so the ship turns and drops and pulls up and drops anchor just outside this cave. So within you can see flickering torchlight and wooden structures. Sheltered inside this sea cave. It's bounded, so there's two huge columns of rock that extend down from the ceiling of the cave. Let's put you on. So
I'm getting very, very bandit, pirate village vibes of this.
Yeah, my gut feeling is the same. Get ready.
Let me just put you on.
I was expecting a harbor.
So reset that. Oops, let's get rid of that. Reset that. And
Suppose we can ask one of the crew, what is this place?
Yeah, Bert. I'm asking Bert. Wow,
Very cool.
looks cool. Yeah, same thought.
Very cool.
Wow, nice.
oops. Start doing that. Should be on that. Is that everybody there?
Can
Right.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope. Just changed.
Oh, looks like there is a bit of a jetty in there.
Okay, so the captain appears on deck, appears at your side. He says, "Welcome to Jahaka Anchorage. This is our
Right.
this is our merchant consortium's main base of operations,
What is your consortium called?
the Jahaka Consortium."
Said this is a brilliant space. I mean, you're outside of the storms and the weather.
It is. It's probably amongst everything we've worked for. This is probably our most valued asset.
Excellent stuff. Are we staying here long before are we sailing on after this, or
We'll
is
be
this
here.
tomorrow?
We'll be here for some time. I'll be going ashore shortly, and then I'll arrange for you to. I'll arrange for some accommodation ashore for you.
Okay.
So, well, I'll speak with my my fellow captains and see if we can see what we can arrange for you. I shan't be I should be travelling back south in a few days.
Oh, so you are leaving us and we have to go with someone else to the north. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, we shall miss you, Captain.
Well, you know, I'm not going anywhere yet. Like I say, I've got business to attend to, meetings to be had, and the crew was downtime and drinking time to be had.
Of course.
Right, so if you'll excuse me, and he goes and climbs into a rowboat that's been brought up, that's been winched up from the lower deck and lowered over the side, and the captain and Caldos and a couple of the crew climb into the rowboat and row into the cave. So they go out, they head towards the small pier you can see, but instead of tying up there, they manoeuvre the rowboat to go north of that, and you lose sight of them.
I was just thinking, are they still casting that water breathing spell?
Yes, every morning until
I
further
completely
notice.
forgot about it.
Yes, that's the agreement. Every morning. I mean, not morning, midday actually.
And if there's a strong suspicion of anything near water, Fafuk always has water walk prepared. Because he can't swim, so. And he wears heavy armor. You fuckers can actually swim. He hits the water, he swims like a fucking rock.
Right, if you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna go and nip to the loo. I'll be back shortly.
Maybe I should grab a tea. So, 2 minutes.
This map's taking some navigation.
We need to get the map back.
I think
Well,
he'll have
we've got-
taken it to the other captains so he can update it with them.
Maybe.
But if they've been operating, how can it be that they don't have a display?
We'll probably just sail around this area. Where else?
Yeah. Whereas this map we've got was put together by an intelligence network.
Mhm.
We've got more than one map, though, aren't we?
Yeah. Every member of the group's got a copy.
Okay, I returned.
Cool.
Oh, everybody else has disappeared.
I'm here.
So he's just gone to get a cup of tea.
Oh, excuse me.
So we started killing them off yet?
No, we are waiting for you and for.
Ah, so you didn't start the killing before me.
No, there's no killing. There's no killing.
What?
They are
Leave
not
you alone for.
hostile.
I left you alone for 5 minutes. I expected at least some murder.
No, they are not hostile towards us. So why would we kill them?
You're not entirely murder hobos.
Yeah. Kid doesn't wanna kill, only in self-defense.
Okay, while you stood around waiting, the crew were busy like securing the ship and doing going about their their like usual chores. That's Caldos is gone. Where's the captain? Put him on. Whoa, who's going over there?
Oops, sorry. Sorry.
Are you drinking something stronger than tea?
Sorry. Watch out for the Kraken. No, I'm just kidding.
Heel, the first mate comes over and says, so what do you think to our little anchorage?
Impressive.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
very nice. Not seen much of it yet. It's nice.
Brilliant. I think it's a perfect sort of base out of the weather, hidden away from prying eyes. Excellent.
It's needed to protect our goods and our business.
Ooh, does it need protecting? Is there a lot of piracy in these parts?
There are a lot of pirates in these waters.
Oh, okay. And are they aware of this? I mean, have you had to defend? Is it like a defensive thing, as in they know you're here and you can fight them off, or is this something
We
they're
have
unaware of?
we have our lines of defence, but you're privileged. You're one of a privileged few. Not many people get to visit this place, and certainly nobody who hasn't been brought here has found it.
Oh wow, that is absolutely. I mean, obviously, it's total on the down low. You know, we've got no interest in such things. You know, we just want to try and complete our mission, really, where we need to get to Port Naranzu as soon as possible.
Don't worry. The captain wouldn't have brought you here this far if he didn't trust you.
Oh well, that's a relief. So I mean, Heel. I mean, you're a half orc. Kobold's a half orc. You know, how did you fall in with this crew, if I may be so bold as to ask?
I worked with the captain's father when I was a cabin boy.
Okay, no, good to know. So, are you arranging our accommodation?
So yeah, the captain will be speaking with the other captain. So we the arrangement is all one ship's docked at the anchorage at a time. The other ship anchors off about a mile out to keep an eye out for anybody who might venture a bit too close.
Understood.
And meanwhile, the third ship will be out trading, carrying goods. So the captain, obviously they're not expecting visitors, so the captain will be having to negotiate with Captain Zaroom, who's in charge at the moment today. Whichever captain's anchored at the anchorage is in charge of the base.
Oh, that's kind of democratic system.
Yeah. Heel nods.
Is there anything you need from us? I mean, Are there fire exits? You know, what would you want us to do if someone comes unexpectedly into the base and fighting breaks out? Do you want us to, you know, like join in or?
I would appreciate. I'm sure the any should such a situation arise, which is highly unlikely, the assistance would be appreciated. I'm sure, and it would only. I'm sure it would only serve to improve relations with the captains.
Are there only 3 captains at this time, or are there more?
No, there's just three captains.
3 captains.
3 captains, 3 ships.
Excellent.
And the other ships, are they bigger than this one?
No, they're all the same. They're all the same size. There's some variation between them, but they're all the same, more or less the same.
And are you trading to the north as well from this point?
We trade up and down the coast. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. Nice little setup here.
As far north as Fort Balurian.
Balurian. Do we know what Fort Balurian is from our maps? Those that still have them.
If it's on the map, if it's marked, if it's a location marked on the map, it's a location marked on the map. That's all you know. If it's not on the map, it's not on the map.
I asked him, how far is that fort from here? How many days of sailing?
You know, it's probably a few days east of. God, I forgot what it's called now. It's a few days east of Port Nyanzaru.
Oh, so that's our objective, and this is even further because it's east.
So they must be going up a river then. Okay, cool. Well, that's good for us. Excellent.
So they
Thank you.
they are going to the place where we're heading, as brilliant.
Excellent. For food, thanks and kindly.
Okay. Right. It just says if you need anything while you're waiting, just let me know. And he wanders off and starts shouting at some of the sailors.
I mean, I'll chat to the party. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think we're okay here? Just wait until our next ride. Heading
Yeah.
north?
Yeah, I think we should be okay.
Let's give it a go. I mean, do we have any other option, to be honest?
Not really. Well, we got lots of options, but they're kind of shit compared to getting it right. Yep, so we wait.
I don't think we should relax too much, though.
I second this.
I third it.
So what are you
I think
doing?
we should be a bit wary.
I tell my horny bunny to stay close. Oh, I assume you still got your dog, Cade. Is your dog around?
No, dead.
It's dead.
What? What happened?
The teleport.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Listen,
It turned into a copy of the thing.
I can ride the rabbit if you let me.
No, I think the rabbit's a bit small for you.
There's laws against that.
What?
You're not allowed to have sex with rabbits.
Halfling also.
I meant, on the top.
Yes, yes.
No
Yes.
sex. Kid didn't mean any sex. You dirty minded people. Fui.
Could have a game of punt the rabbit and see if he can swim to the mainland.
You can make an animal handling check, by the way, for Pook.
So we could have a game of can you dodge my spirit guardians? Do I get advantage because Tacklin's helping?
No.
What?
No, this is it. You wanted it to do your command, obey you now.
Yeah, but Tacklin's helping by explaining what I want in actual bunny language or whatever. Fine.
Oh, Oh,
He's gonna commit suicide. Rabbit overboard. Rabbit.
Can Cade help me out and negate my 1?
No, Kate cannot do this after you have rolled. Oh yeah. Oh, with the one. Yes, yes I can. Sorry. Are you closer than answered? Yes. So please
That's-
reroll that. Reroll that. Yes.
Oh,
It would be too much.
Only if I can ride the rabbit.
26. Oh, sorry, I added a 7 by default. What roll did you want me to roll for that? Animal handling.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a 23.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, Rabbit hops over with Cade trying to straddle it.
Get off it, Cade. You're horny. Get off it. Leave him alone.
Listen, the rabbit is the only one.
You're the one trying to hump it.
No, I'm not trying. I'm trying to ride it.
Get
Yeah,
off
And
it.
actually, you can control it because of my help. Without me, it would commit suicide.
Well, here's a
Yes,
good
so
question for
it
you,
is-
Phil. Does
it
Cade
deserves
even
to
know
ride it.
what he's doing? Sorry,
No,
does Cade
no,
even
no,
know?
no. It's just like a passive thing.
Okay, then I retract what I said because I don't know. Sorry.
Divinations. It's
It's conscious thing. The other one is not.
yeah. Well, it's not a case of like he
He negated a 1.
yeah. So it's not with the divination rules. It's not a case of like, oh right, I grant you this. It's a case of it's more a case of, oh, actually, I had a dream about that, and I foresaw you succeeding doing that, or foresaw you actually failing to do that.
Got portents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
isn't
we,
this
we, no, we now Louis is talking about this. What my character. And I think I would describe this. I carry good luck with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the good luck thing. Yeah, that's but it's,
Yeah.
the use
That
of the
is
reaction?
that is a passive thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
It's not. You
passive.
don't award it to people. It just does.
Yeah,
No, but he uses a reaction to do it. Though.
Yeah. I know. It still has to actually use a thing to do it, but it's still
It's a passive.
yeah.
It's
As
okay.
So
as a player,
No, that's fine.
as a player, he has to use an action because it's mechanically. Otherwise, it'd be to limit its use. But as a character, it's just like.
I wanted to work out if Fook was grateful for Cade for helping
No,
out,
you
but
don't.
apparently he has no idea. So
No.
fuck him.
No, you've no idea. And
You
Kate,
can tell Kate, fuck off. Yeah.
Get off my rabbit, you little fucker.
you need to pervert.
and Cade won't either. You might eventually notice that you tend to be luckier around
when Cade's about.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. I love it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So is anybody doing anything?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Off my rabbit.
Right.
Yeah, waiting to.
Right. About an hour passes, and one of the crew returns on the rowboat. And climbs up on board and says, "I'll ask you to come with him. Come and meet Captain Lascalier and Zaroom."
have all stuff then.
I say goodbye to Bert.
I'll say goodbye to Heel.
Okay. Right. It wishes you luck. Right, and everybody. Let's get everybody together. Right, and the crewman rows the rowboat to to this pier here. So you can see like the buildings. So the big building in front of you that's been built from the remains of an old ship. And on
Oh wow.
and on top of that, you can is like fort walls. It's all so with palisade walls that are sort of have sort of crenellations between them, allowing.
Ballista.
Sorry.
Ballista.
Yeah, and you can see guards on top, and you can see a ballista, a large ballista. Well, a ballista on top. Yeah, so you can see these, and you can see these palisade walls. You can also see the dock and another ship. Where the other ship is, other captain's ship is moored. Well, you can see what you can see. There's a large, heavily fortified wall and gate separating the anchorage from the outside the cave and the jungle beyond. Right, so
Right.
the crew member asks you to follow him.
Where'd you go?
Right, so everybody following him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just check this. Okay.
Seems to be the only one on land.
Yeah, where are the people?
No, I'm here as well. So
Yeah,
I think
just-
we're all
Oh,
invisible
we're
to
all-
each other.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
saw.
we're all on top of each other.
Yeah. Okay, it's all right. Just leave it on top of each other because I'll move it all together. Stop.
Alright.
Stop.
Should have said, fool. Should have said.
Running away, we are running
It's
away.
like cats.
Okay.
Like cats, fool.
So, move over there and over here,
Trying to corral cats.
and over here, and over here. Right, leads in through these double doors, which
Prepare for combat.
from the noise and smell as you step through is there's a bar in here. Looking to the south, you can see a set like numerous bar tables set out and a bar. It's quite busy and raucous even at this time of day.
Cool. That kind of place.
So you take them there, and there's a natural rock column with a spiral staircase carved into it that you ascend up onto this walkway.
Mm-hmm.
To here.
Oh, you know, this guy who is leading us.
Yeah.
Can I try to read him? Is he anxious? Is he stressed? Or is he quite relaxed?
It looks relaxed. You can do an insight check if you want.
I would love to, please.
It seems perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay, right. So it leads you to this point, and here you are met by Captain Lascalier and his fellow captain, Captain Zaroom, the crewmate. Nods to the captain and goes back the way he came. So
Where are we then, Phil? We don't seem to have moved from that pillar of rock.
Oh no, it's not moved you for some reason.
Oh,
yeah,
me.
yeah, we are still there.
Oh, yep. There we go. Suddenly I'm moved. Right.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is Captain Zaroom.
Oh, holy shit. That's
Oh,
Whoa. He looks like he lost a fight with a rock column.
Or shaved with a rock column.
Yeah.
there are dice on his clothes.
The gems. So he's got like a long coat, and it's got multiple coloured gems stitched into it.
Emeralds and rubies. And a ruby false eye.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got a coat and it's stitched with numerous gemstones stitched into the fabric. He's got there's a scimitar hanging from his belt, and the hilt is also encrusted with gemstones.
Talk about flaunting your wealth.
Right, yeah, as you can see, he's got a nasty scar across his face, and there's a polished gemstone sitting in his what must be an empty eye socket. He's a good bit shorter, a little bit shorter than Alaska, and a bit scruffier, and certainly a lot wider. Right, he sort of half smiles, half sneers at you as you approach. He's, welcome to Jacka Anchorage. Captain Lascalier tells me you're trustworthy folk.
Of course.
Book looks positively surprised by this, but you know, bows in acknowledgement.
Yes, we are.
He turns and scowls at Lascalier. It's not usually. It's not something that we allow normally. Strangers outside the consortium to into the anchorage.
Yeah,
This
we're seeking sea passage to Anzru.
But you may rely on our absolute discretion in this matter.
So Lascalier assures me.
And nod politely at the captain, not wanting to stick an oar into this particular little.
If you'll excuse me, and he walks off. He walks back south down this walkway and sort of just kind of doesn't like, aggressively move you out of the way. But if he doesn't avoid sort of forcibly pushing past.
Pleasant fellow.
Well, he's a captain, and people get out of the way of captains, or you end up overboard.
Pay no heed to I keep getting his name. Zaroom. Pay no heed to Zaroom. He's a grumpy old sod. Lost his sense of humour when he lost his eye.
Yeah, he seems to have been through a few battles, that man.
Yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of exactly what happened, but anyway. So, I've after a bit of a conflab, I've secured you some lodgings, and he points to the three sort of rough carved cave openings in the cliff face, in the rock wall, rather. Feel free to take whichever one you want.
Thank you very much.
There's 2 beds in each one.
Oh, thank you very much. Is there sort of schedule that we are keeping to? Is there something we need to meet up anywhere, or are we okay to sort of settle in for the?
You're welcome to come and go as you wish within reason. I'm sure you'll understand this parts of this of our base are off limits.
Oh, could you point those out, please? Just so we don't.
So don't go no further west along the walkway.
Around here.
Yeah, not that way. You can't calls you back. You're not supposed to. That is out of limits. Off limits down that way. You're welcome to to stay in your room, in your quarters, and in Bosco's bar. please stay clear of the watchtower. Of course, you can use the staircase to get down to Bosco's bar.
Use the ballista then.
And you don't wish us to... Okay, we don't go west. Bosco's bar. Is there any place we can get some food? Or is it
In the
like
bar. You can get food at the bar.
Okay.
You're not allowed on any of the wharfs without permission. You're certainly not allowed, definitely not allowed on any of the captain's ships. And under no circumstances are you to open the gates, the south gates, without permission of one of the captains.
Okay. How long are we going to be here before we can proceed?
That I can't tell you, I'm afraid. That'll depend on the other
Can
captains.
tell us.
Say again.
That will depend on when one of the other captains is available to take you further.
Beyond the south gate.
Sorry? What's
What's
beyond the south gate? The jungle.
Yeah, I don't really want to be going that way anyway.
Which means huge carnivorous lizards,
Might have to.
hordes of undead, and all sorts of other unpleasantness.
Well, I'm investigating the jungle, so if I can get permission from the captain, I might, have a little venture out there, little recce.
The gates are only ever opened when, on the rare occasion that we have to forage beyond the gates. Beyond that, the gates won't be opened.
I don't think so. They want you to do that.
Also, you shouldn't be wandering off while he's talking to you.
Yeah, that would just be rude. Right, so, I mean, in the politest way possible, I do point out to the captain we do have a ultimate goal which we haven't really touched upon. So traveling north as soon as it's expeditious is, is fairly important. We can't wait indefinitely before we need to start making movements.
I understand. I'll bring this up with Captain Zaroom.
Thank you.
Like I say, I'll be in the anchorage for a few days before heading out again. But Captain Jaron should be due in the next week.
Yeah, I won't mind you dropping that map off for now before you set sail again.
Oh, of course. I've been working on it on our journey here. I've just a few more details to copy over, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I shall return it to you within the next couple of days, certainly before I leave port.
How many maps do we have left? We got
Or,
Bazaars. Oh, I'm the only one who lost them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
oh, you lost one. Yeah, so
I lost.
that 4 in total then, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right. Well, gentlemen, if you have any questions, then now's the time to ask. Otherwise, I need to get to about my business.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Right.
No
He nods. Thanks you for your for your stories and your entertainment during the voyage, and he heads off west down the walkway heads off further down the walkway and disappears through a set of heavily reinforced double doors.
I turn to the guys. I'm definitely gonna cast tiny hut when we go to sleep in one of those, caves.
That would be awesome.
All of you are invited if you want to, because I'm still uneasy about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 square on this map is 10 feet, by the way.
Yeah, it will fit. It's just a 20 feet done. If I
Okay, so you start outside these. So it tells you Lascalier says refers to these as officers' quarters. So each of these chambers is pretty basic. It's got they've each, like I said, they've got a couple of beds in. There's a latrine, which is little more than a bucket.
Nice.
can you empty it over this bridge?
Yeah, they just you imagine they just tip it over the side. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
they're quite so you're not they're quite squalid and smelly. The mattresses are like stained with sweat and other more dubious looking stains.
We moved this too from the middle one.
I was going to say just use the middle one and move the mattresses one into the
Yeah.
other room, one into the other room.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, from these two unused ones, the mattresses, we can make decoy, people sleeping onto the other rooms. We might fool someone if they try to sneak up on us.
Good idea.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
It seems like it's early afternoon, so
We can
to
hit
the
the
bar.
bar. Hit the bar.
Time to ruin my liver. What is restoration for if you can't drink till you fall over drunk? Oh, Cade,
Yeah,
do you have that little ship token thing, or the anchor token thing, with the feathers on it?
I believe so. Yeah.
We
In the-
should really be trying to identify that thing.
Yeah, we do that in the evening. Now we hit the bar.
Yeah, cool.
Or do you wanna work in this heat? I don't.
No, hit the bar.
Okay. Right. Let me just group you all together again. In fact, to right, and you head down the walkway and down the stairs into Bosco's Bilge, which is the name of the bar. Let me just plonk you in there. One moment. Right, so I'm gonna have to. Right, I'm gonna have to delete that. Actually, I think. Yep. Whoops. Okay.
So I say, how the fuck did we get across there? Then I realized, it's easier than trying to do another layer.
Yeah.
Like, what? Did we just follow an underwater tunnel or something?
An extra dimensional space
Yeah,
for a bar.
that would be really useful, actually.
Right.
Have you guys ever watched a series called Magicians?
No, I think I started watching it after you mentioned it. I didn't get very far with it.
Yeah, it's finished up. So it's like final season,
Yeah.
final episode stuff. I think it was 5 seasons of it. Got a little bonkers at the end. Don't get me wrong, there's some absolute brilliant acting in it. I mean, there's one woman there who's I don't know how she plays such a badass, but it's really funny. And they finally, I mean, do you guys want spoilers, or are you likely to watch it?
I don't mind.
I don't mind it.
So
Well,
they basically rescue the entire population of this fantasy land, and create a new fantasy land for reasons. And they're exploring this new fantasy world just before they bring everybody they rescued from the old fantasy world to it. And this guy's like, I just found a field of bacon, like crispy bacon, just growing. And the one says, "Oh yeah, that's my fault." And the other one's like, "I just found pepperoni pizza dangling off trees." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my fault." And it's like, and there's this fresh stream, and it smells and it tastes like vodka. And the woman's like, "Yeah, that'd be me." Basically, they created this fantasy world, but it was all their ideal stuff. So they just created whatever the hell they want. But imagine creating your own world where you've got pepperoni pizza growing off trees, crispy bacon growing in the field, and fresh streams of vodka flowing down the mountainsides. Can you imagine? Oh, shit, that'd be awesome. Anyway, sorry, Phil.
Okay, like I say, you can hear the noise of the busy bar. Right as you walk in, everybody inside like turns to look, though they don't for a moment stop the merrymaking and drinking and singing. These two at the table are. All right, okay, just a minute. Oops.
the music stop.
No. So these two are unconscious on the face down the table.
Whoa, they just popped in from nowhere.
Yeah, I thought I'd made them visible, but yeah. Yeah, so those two are facing. One's face down the table, and the other one's like sprawled across the floor in a pool of puke.
So
Nice.
there are no free tables.
Well, you can sit at the ones with the unconscious people.
No thanks.
Right in the far corner of the bar, you can see a large, ferocious-looking lizard.
What?
So there are no dinosaurs here.
Which hisses and scratches around.
Oh,
Is
yes.
it chained down or something?
Nope.
Is it
I-
edible?
I approach it cautiously.
Um,
I go to the bar to order some. Shit.
there you go.
Ionicus.
Anonicus.
Oh god, stupid thing when it opens with 20 copies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to close them.
Okay, so what y'all doing?
You go to the bar.
Okay, right. Let me get on the right screen here. Okay, right. Behind the bar is a rough looking man. Looks to be in his late 40s. He looks you over, looking a bit looking more than a little bit suspicious.
We like to have some food and drink. What do you have?
Says I've got what I've been making. It's boiled shark.
That's all. Nothing else.
Boiled shark. Gonna be a new experience.
Boiled shark. That's what I've been making. If you want to eat, that's what you're having.
I order enough boiled shark for all of us and a round of.
You notice his left hand is like sits sits on his on the hilt of a dagger at his belt.
Oh,
I order 6. Oh, how many of us? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Five.
I order 5 boiled sharks and a round of beer or ale or whatever.
just water for me.
I'll have the extra.
Says you got a story to tell first, I imagine.
Yeah. What kind of story would you like to hear?
Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh,
The friendly bartender.
we're we came as passengers of Captain Lascala, and we are here for a couple of days until our passage northwards becomes available. So we are staying. We're staying just upstairs in the accommodation.
Right, one of the patrons like shouts out, says, "Bosco, it's all right. They came in on our ship." Right, and what's it? Bert shouts a greeting at Cade.
I wave back to him. Actually, I order him some drink.
Right, he staggers over and pours half of his drink down your back.
I point to
Like, and sort of bangs you like quite violently on top there. He says, "A little man came in our ship, Bosco."
Oh, I play along. I pat him on the, I mean, I can't reach his shoulder, so.
Patch him on the groin.
No, not groin. But what you would do, I pat him on the hip, or his arm, if I can reach. And I buy him a drink.
Right, he thanks you and grabs you by the scruff of your top and lifts you up and plonks you on the bar.
I'll sit there. It's a better vantage point for me. Thank you.
Fuchs quietly laughing himself inside. So I turned back to
Bert.
Bosco, was it? Bert? No, Bosco.
Bosco's,
Bosco?
this is Bosco, yeah.
So Bosco's, yep. So it's 5 boiled sharks and a round of drinks for me and my friends. We'll tidy up the table over there with the drunks.
Right, he nods and slams the drinks on the bar, and then goes off to get your food.
Awesome. So these guys are unconscious, right?
Yep. Right, he shouts over. He says, "Oh, dwarf, stay away from Knuckles."
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
I want to pet him.
Is that the dinosaur?
Yeah.
Is he a good boy?
I jump off from the bar and go to the table.
We just drag the drunks up against the walls and then pull the table slightly away from the patches of vom. Settle down.
Okay.
I asked the barkeep how much for the dinosaur.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone to go and get. He's gone to get some food.
Don't you bloody dare. We're not taking a fucking dinosaur.
Why
Me and
not?
my poor rabbit will be terrified.
How did that
Listen,
lift, Knuckles?
Duckling is,
will be
thinking of food. You can roast it.
No, I think he wants to ride it. That's what I think.
No.
Too small for that.
Too small. How big is this thing?
How big is it? It's bigger than, for God's sake, it's bigger than Cade.
Oh,
Like
so it's
a
like
Size of a
raptor
large
from,
dog, like a Great Dane or something.
It's let me see. Just one moment to reset that again. Keep going over boundaries. So it stands. It probably stands as high as your shoulder. It stands about 5 foot.
Good boy.
Taller than tackling then.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's taller than tackling as well. Yeah.
A mighty steed.
Got my rabbit. Tell it to stay away from the dinosaur.
Okay, right. The sight of the rabbit seems to be agitating the lizard.
I was just going to say, having the rabbit in here with that, that'll just leg it after the rabbit and chase it all over the place.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to take my rabbit back to the accommodation. I'll see if I can get it to stay in the accommodation.
I'll come with.
Okay, right. As you pick up your rabbit and Knuckles comes leaps from the corner over the table, lands near tackling and charges towards you.
Can I placate him?
I don't know. You can try if you want.
Well, he said I wasn't allowed to go near it. It's come near me. I'll try and calm him down.
Okay, you can make a animal handling check at disadvantage.
Well, in fairness, I was not expecting a dinosaur in the fucking pit, so
I'll sit down in my chair, turn it to face the theatrics.
Okay.
Sip my drink.
Nice.
Right, so tackling attempts to intervene, and Knuckles turns on tackling.
right, taxi.
What did he roll?
I can't see any roll either.
Sorry, start with self roll. I rolled 11.
Oh, right. Oh dear. Agitated it further.
Right,
I'm
it snaps at you and just barely misses getting hold of your hand, and tears away part of your sleeve. Just at that moment, Bosco reappears and says, "What the fuck did I tell you? Stay away from Knuckles! Knuckles, get in the corner!" And the lizard obediently goes back to the corner.
Hey. I go put the rabbit back in the accommodation. Tell it to stay.
Like dangling a mouse in front of a snake.
Pretty much.
Right, Bosco puts 5 bowls of food down on the table, muttering, "Fucking dwarf."
I'm so glad I'm not at the receiving. Thank you.
Can I go sit at bar?
If you want.
Strike up conversation with the barkeep.
Oh, chaps, I'm afraid I've got to go. Got a 7 o'clock start in the morning.
Radio. That's probably an alright place to leave it.